Hey guys, Captain here, and today, motherfuckers, I am going to be doing a YouTube poop story. Basically, it is my story with YouTube poop, how I first found it, how I started making them, some experiences with YouTube poop, and up until now, really, my YouTube poop story. I've been watching YouTube poop since early 2011, so nearly 7.5 years now. I've been making them for nearly 5 years. In 3 days, it is my 5th year anniversary of making YouTube poops. So, look, to be honest, I don't have any videos for you guys right now. I'm working on a lot. I've got a lot in real life going on too. So, I kind of just thought I would have to upload something though, because 5 years in the YouTube poop world is quite a long time, really. It's considerable. So, I decided to make this video, because why the fuck not? It's a video that nobody asked for, it's a video nobody wanted, but hey, if at least one person likes it, then, you know, cool. So I'm just going to start off with, well, the story begins in late 2010, basically. I was 14 years old at this point, and, well, we still had dial-up. We still had dial-up in 2010, believe it or not. And it sucked, it really sucked. Have you ever tried watching a YouTube video, okay, on dial-up? It is unlike anything you will ever fucking experience in your life. I remember waiting like half an hour just for like a 2-minute video clip to load. That's how fucking shit our internet was. It sucked, man. And I know Australia has shit internet, but no, this was really fucking shit. So basically I harassed my mum really badly into getting some good Wi-Fi, and late 2010 we finally got some good Wi-Fi. So it was also around this time that I actually started to explore the internet, you know what I mean? Because now I had some good internet that I could actually start exploring it properly. So I started, you know, going on YouTube and Wikipedia and fucking Facebook and porn, and I just started exploring the internet like, you know, anybody else would at that age. And the one I explored the most, the site I explored the most was YouTube. I went on YouTube as often as I could. We only had one computer then, so I used to just go on it as much as I could, and I loved it. YouTube back in 2011 was a different place than it is now. It still had a lot of flavor, you could say, from 2007 to 2008, 2009. It still had a lot of that, I guess, a lot of that which made it famous, kind of thing. Like, you know, Spadina was still around then, and, you know, This Is Sparta and all that sort of stuff, you know what I mean? It still had like remnants of the past, I guess, from the a couple of years ago. But 2011 YouTube was amazing. I loved it, exploring it and stuff, and eventually I came across YouTube poop. Now, it was also around this time that I started getting into, you know, Super Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff like that. And so I was becoming a bit of a Sonic fag at this point. And I was watching episodes of Sonic X. And basically I came across one of Deepakut's videos, one of his Sonic X videos. And I remember thinking like, oh, what the fuck's this in the recommended feed? I don't know what this is, but I clicked it anyway, and I can't really remember what the actual YouTube poop itself was, except I know that it was made by Deepakut and it was Sonic X. But, you know, I remember watching it and just thinking like, what the fuck is this? This is so weird. Like, I hadn't really seen anything like it before. I thought it was funny and amusing and interesting, and I just thought, this is really my type of humor. You know what I mean? I just thought this is really weird and unique and cool. So I started watching more and more of them, and, you know, soon enough I found CDI, you know, like King Harkinian and Zelda CDI and Hotel Mario and all that. And I just started watching more and more YouTube poops, and I actually started finding YouTube poopers who I liked and watching their videos and stuff, like people like CS188, who, when I first found in 2011, he only had like 20,000 subscribers. He wasn't even really that popular as of yet. I think he was just starting to get popular then. But you know, people like Timotei LSD too, Quibi Jibby, who else? Red King 920, 64 Marjo 64, Mistar Studios, a lot of the CDI, Zelda CDI poopers, I started getting into it quite a bit. And I just started watching more and more YouTube poops, and then I showed my best friend, one of my best friends, YouTube poops, and he loved it. He thought it was the funniest shit ever. And we'd be in fucking science class watching, year 9 science class, watching fucking YouTube poops in science classes and stuff. And it was really funny. We'd be there with the laptop, and the teacher would come around and be like, are you doing your work? And we'd be like, yeah. And we'd be fucking on YouTube, watching YouTube poop. And it was a really fun time. So this was around 2011. So 2012 came along, and I actually wanted to make my YouTube account. And I made my YouTube account on April 6th, 2012. So it's just over 6 years old now. But I'm looking back, I'm actually kind of glad that I named my account after my actual name, because I know I would have done some really cringy Sonic shit. And I'm glad I didn't name my account, I don't even know what the fuck I was going to name it, but it would have been cringe, that's all I know. So, even though I regret having my actual name as my YouTube name, I'm glad it isn't cringe either, you know what I mean? But, I made my account, and I actually had no intention of actually making videos. I just wanted to comment and like and subscribe to my favourite video editors, I guess, my favourite YouTube poopers, and I was watching a lot of YouTube at this point. I probably nearly every day, maybe I was on YouTube at least once, just exploring the site and just, YouTube poop and stuff. I just started watching it quite often, and, I was having a really good time. That sort of carried on through 2012, and 2013 came along. Excuse me. 2013 came along, and, May 20th, 2013, I think it was a couple days before that, I actually started thinking, I wonder if I could make my own YouTube poops. I just sort of started thinking about it, and I'd heard a lot about Windows Movie Maker as being like a good place to start when it came to YouTube poops. And I think it was maybe May 20th, I think it was the same day I downloaded Windows Movie Maker, and I wanted to make this YouTube poop, but I didn't know anything about video downloading or anything at this point. I used to do it this other way. I can't remember how I did it, but it was a really retarded way of doing it. So I was really limited to sources, and really, one of the only videos I had on my computer at that point was this video of this fat black chick on this swing, and it was a video of her falling off the swing, and I thought it was really funny, and it's still fucking hilarious, but I decided to use that as a source, so I kind of put that into Windows Movie Maker and just started fucking around, and at this point I had no style. I just started chopping it and just putting it together, and Windows Movie Maker, if you don't know, is a really limited video editor. It's limited, really, to what you can do. But at the time, I thought it was really good. I just thought this was really good, and I uploaded it the same night. And unbelievably so, I actually got my first subscriber that night. I actually I had one subscriber, and I remember just thinking, wow, this is really cool, my first subscriber, someone out there likes my videos. And I remember the next couple of days and months or whatever, I actually just started making more and more Windows Movie Maker YouTube poops and stuff. A lot of them, some of them have been deleted since then, because I didn't know about unlisting videos, so I deleted some of them, which I wish I hadn't have, but a couple of them are still up there now, so you can go watch those if you want. 2014 came along, and this is my final year of high school, and another thing I'd also been doing is I'd sort of realised that Windows Movie Maker was basic as fuck, so I tried sort of downloading more and more video editors online, and so I was using Wondershare and VideoPad Video Editor, which they all sucked really badly, because I had no money to buy Vegas, so I didn't know anything about downloading torrenting it or anything. So I just started using all these different video editors and stuff. And I remember halfway through 2014, I joined my first collab. It was actually Frozen Cereals E3 2014 YouTube collab. And I remember joining that and making an entry, and at the time I thought, wow, this is a really fucking good entry, and it sucks basically. But for some reason, Frozen Cereal still liked my entry. I don't know why. Like, he actually like clicked the like button on it, which was really fucking cool. I was like, wow, this is really awesome. But yeah, that was my first ever YouTube Poop collab, and the entry sucks and it's unlisted, but you can access it in my unlisted videos playlist, which is in my playlist section. But anyway, September 2014, I graduate high school. I start full-time work not long after that, and I have a lot of money to spend now. Well, I've got a nice amount of money, sort of thing, from working, and I think it was late 2014 I decided 2015 is going to be the year which I start making YouTube poops more frequently. It's going to become a proper hobby. So in early 2015, I remember, I think it had been January 2015, I actually got Sony Vegas Pro 13. I actually bought it outright, which cost me a lot of money. Don't even ask how much that cost. But I bought it outright, and you know, I remember when I first got it, because I actually got a physical disc of Sony Vegas Pro 13, and I put it in my computer, and I remember just looking at it and being like, holy fuck, how do you use this? Because I went from pretty much Windows Movie Maker to Sony Vegas Pro 13. Like, the difference, the Sony Vegas is just so much more intricate. You know, it's just so much more complicated, and I thought I was out of my league. I was like, holy shit. But I entered Ryan YTP's 90s collab at this point, and I just started making an entry and started practicing and getting better and better with it. And I entered that collab, and he said that at that point it was one of the best entries he'd received, which gave me a lot of hope. I was like, wow, you know, this is awesome. Like, someone actually, a proper YouTube pooper thinks that this is a good YouTube poop, and maybe I've got potential here. So I just remember, I just started entering so many fucking YouTube poop collabs. Like, in 2015, I think I entered, like, legit, no shitting, a good 20 YouTube poop collabs, 15, 20 YouTube poop collabs, and it was crazy. I just started entering them and just making entries as fast as possible. Most of my videos around then were 30, 45 seconds, just long enough to be able to enter this collab, just to get in. And looking back, it was a kind of a good strategy, but at the same time it wasn't, because even though it did put my name out there, the quality of my entries was not very good. I was uploading maybe every fortnight, so there were plenty of YouTube poops coming out, but they weren't that good looking back. But at the end of the year, I maybe had about 130 subscribers and maybe about 20,000 views, so I was successful. I was like, yeah, my channel has grown considerably since the beginning of the year, and I was proud of myself. I was like, yeah, cool, you know, I've got a proper YouTube poop channel coming here, you know. I'm still unknown, but it is coming along nicely. So 2016 was the year in which I still, a lot of my videos were still quite short, and I was entering a lot of collabs, but I think it was the year in which I sort of started to maybe put a bit more effort in my videos. Maybe I actually found my style a bit more, I guess, which I think it's based heavily off Timothy LSD, and you know, kind of, I don't know, I think my style's based, you know, heavily off Timothy LSD, but I kind of found my style at around that time. And you know, I think my name started getting a bit more known in the community, I guess. I was entering more and more collabs. I was actually in a couple of private collabs, I think, at that point. I even started doing reaction videos, which were actually pretty popular. People liked those reaction videos. I got a shit ton of requests from those videos, and it was actually really cool, even though I've stopped making those since. But I branched out, and my channel was growing, and I was really happy with the way everything was going. And you know, come 2017, I traveled a bit and stuff like that, but excuse me. But I'd still continued making videos after I finished, and at that point, my channel was sizable. You know, I hit 500 subscribers about halfway through last year, and towards the end of last year, I hit 700 subscribers, and that was because I was in I was actually featured in a couple of things. I was featured in Shaffel's Productions YouTube Poop Rewind video, and I was also in Jimmy Davis's top 50 favorite YouTube poops of last year. So that gave my channel quite a lot of exposure. Like in November and December of last year, I gained 100 subscribers in those months. That was really cool. My channel got quite a big boost out of that. And right now it is May 17th, 2018, and my channel is at 770 subscribers, and I am working on videos, and I'm really happy with the way my channel is coming along, and I've made so many friends from the community. Like, I've made friends with people who are miles better than me, are so much better than me, really. And this isn't just trying to kiss their ass or anything. This is the truth. They're so much better than I am. But, I've made so many friends here and just crazy stuff. And, I'm really happy with the way my YouTube Poop account, my YouTube Poop career is going. And, this is a bit of a clusterfuck, I think. It's going on and on. So I'm going to wrap it up soon. But I just want to thank everybody for making my YouTube Poop journey really good. I want to thank everybody for commenting, liking my videos, being awesome. You all mean a lot to me. I love you so much. You know who you are. I'm not going to start naming names because I'll forget people. But you know who you are. You're awesome. I love you. Thank you for everything. And I don't know how entertaining this video was, but as I said, I'm working on YouTube Poops at the moment. I'm in a private YouTube Poop collab. I'm in another collab. I'm in a tennis. So I'm making videos right now, and yeah, be patient and you will be rewarded, I guess. So thanks for everything, guys. You all mean a lot to me. I love you all. Thank you and goodbye. That was my YouTube Poop story. What a fucking shit video that was, but ta-ta.